Every day means every day. In this video, I'm going to be telling you about the one thing that is holding you back and how you can overcome that one thing. Because I promise you, as soon as you figure this out, as soon as you change your mentality, as soon as you shift your mindset away from this one mistake that everybody makes, you're going to be so much closer to any and every goal that you have in your life. I don't care if it's a financial goal, if it's a personal goal, a relationship goal, whatever that thing is for you, the life that you are trying to create, chances are you're falling victim to this one mistake that traps so many people. And it's not even their fault. Like, if you're falling for it right now, it's not your fault, because it is, quite frankly, the world that we have grown up in. It's the world that we're conditioned to respond to at this point. What am I talking about? I'm going to show you how to fix this at the end of this video, but it is the need, the craving, the fiending for instant gratification and for validation, affirmation from other people. We live in a world right now that it's the TikTok society. Everybody is accustomed to results happening instantaneously. As fast as you can think it, boom, there it's supposed to be. We live in a world where attention spans are like 9 seconds now, 7 seconds, less than that. And so we've trained our minds to become this version of ourselves that unless we get immediate, instant feedback from those around us, we feel like we're not doing anything. We feel like we're doing something wrong. When in reality, I've been around enough successful people now to know that it is the work that is done in the dark consistently over years that actually leads to the success that people want to have. And most people get discouraged not because they're not capable of doing the work, and not even because they're doing the wrong things. You're doing the right things, you just haven't done them long enough. And you thought that by now, by 6 months in, by 12 months in, by 18 months in, I should have gotten a result for this. And because that's the mindset that you're going into it with, of course you're frustrated. Of course you feel like you're letting yourself down. Of course you feel like a failure, because your expectations are twisted. Your expectations are not what they're supposed to be. They're unrealistic. They're unreasonable. Now, can you blow up overnight? Absolutely. It's happened to people. Is that sustainable? I don't know, man. I don't know. I wouldn't count on it. I wouldn't count on it. I was thinking about this the other day. All the people that I look up to in various industries, not just speaking, but in acting and music, all these different industries, the people that I genuinely look up to have been around for a while. Like, they've been there for a minute, and they all have that same kind of mentality. They keep themselves out of trouble. They focus on the right things. They've got their priorities in order. They built it slowly. Now, they got started young for sure, but they still kind of stair-step that thing brick by brick. And so many of us these days, we want to just hit it big on our first video. We want to hit it big, our first workout we think is going to change our lives. We think the first whatever is going to change everything, and it will, in the sense that it starts a new habit. It begins the momentum, but it's not going to change everything in the sense of you have to follow through with it. I was thinking this morning about how, to be honest with you, just to be transparent, how stressed I am because I'm doing a keynote at a school next week. I've got a big event this weekend in Atlanta. Well, by the time you guys see this, it'll already be up. But I've got a big event in Atlanta with ET where I'm hosting it and doing the sales presentation. And then I've got a course that I'm recording right now. So I'm doing like 3 recording sessions a day for that. And it's just like my creativity is almost struggling to keep up because I keep having to come up with new content daily, like 5, 6, 7 times a day. And I was thinking about it this morning, and I said, E.T., who I spend every day with, has 5 times the demands on him that I have on me, because he's doing even more recordings. He has even more presentations to give. He has even more meetings. And he also has a wife and kids, which I do not have. And it just made me think about how much work there's really being done in the dark that nobody sees. And the difference between great and legendary, between great and phenomenal, between great and you're on the Mount Rushmore of whatever industry that you're in, is exponential. It is an order of magnitude difference between being great at something and being top 5 in the world at something, right? And most of the work from that is behind the scenes. Y'all see the cars and the houses and the travel and the big stages. You don't see the personal development. You don't see the spiritual development. You don't see talking to God every morning. You don't see the demons that we have to fight. You don't see the struggles that we go through. You don't see any of that stuff. Like, you think that the result is just the result and the result just somehow got there. The result is a natural, mandatory, through natural law, byproduct of the real work that happens in the dark. And a lot of that work is internal. A lot of that work is, can you get yourself right? A lot of that work is, can you lead yourself before you can lead others? A lot of that work is, can you get yourself focused? Can you get yourself disciplined? Can you get yourself in order? And then after you've done that, then you qualify yourself to begin leading other people. But we live, again, in the TikTok society where as long as I've got a phone and a social media account, I can start spitting advice that I'm just rehashing from everybody else that I've heard say the same things. And then I can build a following, I can make some money, and blah, 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 blah. And those people mess themselves up. I'm telling you, it's better to do it brick by brick and be the person first, be, then do, then have, rather than trying to go in reverse. Suddenly you spontaneously have all the things, then you try and reverse engineer and do the right things, and then you become the right person. That is a recipe for disaster. Be first, do second, have last. When you build things that way, silently, in the dark, I promise you, you build a version of yourself that is immune to the, oh my God, you're so incredible. And it's also immune to the, boo, you suck. But if you skip steps, then you're a slave to everybody else's opinions. And you're going to be tossed about like a boat on the ocean in a storm, like the Bible says, and you're going to be double-minded and unstable in all that you do. So yeah, get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And the way you get rid of that, I promised I'd give you this at the end. The way that you get rid of that desire for affirmation, validation, and instant gratification is you simply change the goal. Don't make the Ferrari the goal. Like, that can be the long-term goal, but just give me the inputs first. Y'all have seen it with this YouTube channel. I'm posting a video a day. There's no editing. You can see me hit the button to turn the video on and turn the video off. Like, this is not fancy. But I'm prioritizing inputs over outputs. So instead of worrying about subscriber count, instead of worrying about the beautiful production quality of the video, and we're going to get there, there's plans already in place to upgrade everything. But for now, my goal is not 1 million subscribers in a Lambo. My goal is to post every single day, because every day means every day. I'm building the right habits. I'm building the right disciplines. I'm building the muscle of, I don't care what you think. I don't care if you don't like that this is unscripted. I don't care if you don't like that this is unedited. I don't care what you think about it. I'm going to do it because I need to prove to myself, not to you. I need to prove to myself that I am the type of person who can be disciplined, consistent, and creative enough to post every single day. And then once the consistency is there, then we'll go up in intensity as time goes on. But my goal is not the output, it is the input. When you make that simple shift, it makes it so much easier to do that inner work, to do the work in the dark where nobody's watching, without getting discouraged or feeling like you're not hitting some sort of external result. So again, get rid of the instant gratification stuff. Get rid of the need for validation and affirmation. Do the work that nobody sees. Like, get up at the same time every day. Hit a workout every day, because every day means every day. Whatever your habits are, lock in on those. And that is going to transfer into the confidence, into the energy, into the everything else, the focus, the discipline, everything else that you need to eventually get the external results. But as long as that's what you're focused on, it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Or maybe you get lucky. I would say maybe you get cursed, and it does happen, and then you lose it all, and then you're in a 10 times worse position. But I digress. Hey, if you want help with this stuff, go to everydaymeanseveryday.com. I appreciate you watching. Make sure that you subscribe, because most of you who see these videos are not subscribed. So please subscribe. We do this every single day. And share it with somebody who would get value from this. All right. My name is Brandon Burns. I appreciate you watching. Until next time, don't forget, every day means every day.